Good morning, welcome back to KPBC. This morning I'm on a solo ride on the e-bike. It's looking a bit bleak, to be honest. I don't know if you can tell over there, but there's quite a bit of dark cloud around. The forecast says it's not going to rain, but yeah, I'm in my t-shirt, I'm in my shorts. I'm hoping it's not going to rain, but if it does, it does. Right, today, what's the plan? Well, we're doing a 27-mile cross-country run. We're going to go up into the Langdale area around Scarborough. The point of today is I'm doing a 27-mile run on this, and I'm going to measure using my watch what all my exercise stats are. I'm going to give it the beans. I'm going to try and get around this as quickly as I can, using the full advantage of, you know, turbo, everything I've got on this to get me around that track and give me the best workout possible. And then what I hope to do in the future is repeat the same route on the analog bike, collecting the same data, and let's just compare oranges and apples and see what kind of a workout I get on this versus an analog bike. Is it any different? And obviously it's going to be faster, blah blah blah, we all know that, but there's a lot of contention about whether e-bikes, you know, make people fat, do they give you exercise, blah, all the rest of it. I'm in the camp where I think when you're riding an e-bike hard, you do get lots of exercise, you do get lots of benefit, you get lots of gain. So let's try and do a scientific approach to it and just see whether, you know, what's my average heartbeat, what's my average calories used, etc, etc. So we've just come out of Scorby area and we're heading towards Harwood Dale, and I say it's just really road riding at the moment, but just coming up on 3 miles, and I'm quite alarmed at the fact that I've already used 15% battery somehow in 3 miles of road riding. So I'm not quite sure how that's happened. I'm in auto mode, which obviously I find it quite good for when you're on roads and stuff and you just want to maintain speed. But yeah, maybe that's eating up my battery. I just got to keep an eye on that one. So plan today, we're just coming up towards Harwood Dale, which is sort of this area here, but on the left hand side over there, up that hill, you've got Broxer Forest, and over that way is Langdale, which is where we're heading today. I'm fully armed with my water bottle today, not forgot that. So let's see how we get on. This is it. Yep, this is it. Right, so we're in the mix of Harwood Dale at the moment. This is all new for me. Not done any of this before. Hopefully it's rideable and not too muddy. I hope there's not too many gates that I have to lift my bike over. Oh, right, let's carry on. Scar and Castlebeck Wood. Well, here we go, this looks interesting. Oh, we're going in. Oh, nice little stream. Oh, it's quite good. A few boulders here. Oh. Now then, where is it? I'm going here. Left. First techie climb of the day. Won't be looking. I'll be pushing up this if I was on my analogue. That is for sure. Oh, it's splodgy. I was hoping to avoid the splodge today. Had a couple of dry weeks, haven't we? Oh, but he's up. Oh. Woo. Let's just check that out. 160 my heartbeats, that. Whoa. Doctor. 7 miles in. And 35% battery gone. I'll put it into EMTB mode now, just to see whether that'll stop the battery rot, because auto mode just seems to be drinking it. What have we got so far on the stats? So my heartbeat's up there at 159, and I've done 670 foot of elevation so far, so I'm definitely puffing, as you can tell. Oi dear, 2 of them. One thing I hate about the Bosch mapping system is it tells you which way to go by just making the line a bit bolder, but actually that's not very good when you're actually going at some speed. It's hard to differentiate between what's what. I wish they'd just put it like a green line so that you know that's your route, and keep all the other roads white that you're not interested in. So yeah, Bosch, if you're watching, you can do that quite easily, I'm sure. Just get a felt tip pen and colour it in. So I've been this way before, a couple of years ago. That's Low North Camp down there, the motocross centre, and we have been down here on the bikes before, and we got into a bit of trouble actually, because it wasn't easy to navigate through this area. We ended up crossing over a load of flattened trees, which was a nightmare, and then we lost the path and we ended up in the middle of the motocross place, and we knew we shouldn't be there, but you know, it is what it is. At the time we were stuck there. So yeah, I'm hoping there's no silly options like that again. Yeah, this is exactly where we were last time. Oh dear, I can see this going belly up. Yeah, straight off the bat, the gate is not a gate, it's a fence. It's all tied up, not meant to be opened. So, and I'm just going to check my map, because this is a public right of way. Possibly. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, I've got to get over this fence somehow. So, good job I had some ready break this morning. Right, I've got over that fence, come through bushes. I think, if I remember rightly, we turn right at this air raid shelter type thing. A bit interesting actually. Ah yeah, so I'm right in the middle of the motocross centre, and I shouldn't be here. I mean, it looks mint for a bit of biking, doesn't it just? Look at that. Looks well gnarly. But I've got no idea where I'll go here. Well, that was exactly the disaster I was trying to avoid, really. So I've just come up through, I've come down the motocross section into the valley, crossed over the fjord, started to climb back up here, but it's just absolutely, it's dense shrubbery, fallen trees. I've been lifting bike over this and that and all the rest of it, and I've just literally scratched my leg on a thorn. It's starting to open up a little bit here, but I'm just hoping it continues and get me out of here, because yeah, I need to mark that on the map as do not do again, really. So that kind of spoils the experiment slightly, because I definitely won't come back that way on my analogue bike. I'll have to find a reroute around it somewhere, but hopefully it won't be too different, let's say. But yeah, let's continue. Let's see where this leads. Hopefully get out of here at some point. The joys of going off-piste with an OS map in your pocket. You just never know whether your route's going to be accessible or not. Hey ho. It's all part of the adventure, innit? Oh God, no idea where we are. Absolutely no idea. I'm assuming it's still on here. Well, thank God for the e-bike, eh? Yeah, it's definitely concreted my mind that I won't be going this way on the analogue bike. It's too much. It's just a get off and walk jobby. At least I have a bit of fun on this. Attacking it, trying to get through best as I can. Go way up, spot too soon. And more. Oh my God, look at that. Well, I'm assuming somebody's made this here, so I'm going to try this. It looks like an offshoot that goes round it, hopefully, because there's nowhere through that whatsoever. But yeah, let's try it. Well, it's a bit of tech, like. Oh, get up there, lad, get up. It's quite a nice alternative, actually. Whoa, shit. Excuse me, French. Must have picked up a nice log in my drivetrain. That's got to be careful with that sort of stuff. It's game over when something like that gets stuck in there and snaps your chain or something. Yeah, I don't want that happening right now in the middle of nowhere. God, this is just a nightmare. There's literally, I mean, somebody's been through here and tried to clear it as best as they can, but look at this, it's just a nightmare. Everything there just wants to stab you in the face. Come on, clear out a bit. Hey, hey, wow, this, yeah, well, we managed to get through Vietnam where they've been dropping bombs. Looks like we're back onto a normal track. How are we doing? 154 heartbeat. We're just coming up to 9 miles with nearly 1,000 foot of climbing. So we're doing all right, we're doing all right. 56% battery, that's not too good though. Had to get out of turbo. Right, we are definitely up in Langdale Forest, and we are at High Langdale, and we're looking for Langdale Rig, which I said it was 210 metres above sea level, but it's not, it's actually 240, so it's a bit bigger, which I think is what I was sort of pointing to earlier, which is this pretty bare mound hill thing here over on my left hand side. So we're definitely heading up to the top of that. That is Langdale Rig. Once we're up there, there's a long straight descent, a long one by the looks of it on the map, which I'm quite interested in. So let's get up there, let's see what that's all about. Hopefully it's clear and it's not covered by fallen trees like all that was, because that was a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. Right, turn left here, and this is where the hill climb begins. Oh, blue! That was a bit of a bath. Right, focus. Oh, bush or rut. Let's take the rut. Right, this should be a diagonal going up onto the top of that hill up there. If I can get out the ruts, that is. Jesus. This is definitely steepening up. Whoa, come on. Yeah. More gears, more gears. How's my heart rate? Ooh, 165. Hey, morning sheepy. So yeah, that over there, you can see all the fire roads. That's Langdale Forest, and it's huge. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there worth having a look at. Even the footpaths, actually, we've been in there and done a couple of the footpaths, and they're quite good for riding bikes on. But yeah, future video of that. I think we'll be doing that this summer, getting in there and having a mooch, seeing what we can find. Morning, dears. How are you diddling? Oh, they're going. Oh, bit techie. Watch what you're going, Phil. Don't just concentrate on the sheep's bums. Ooh, right, here we go. Where are we? Whoa. Bit of ducking and a diving, but so far so good, like. Oh, way up, spoke too soon. Mud. Let's get around that. Yeah, could just do with a few of these branches clearing out, and then it'd be a nice fast run. Come on. Whoa, rut. Oh, branch, get out. Ah. You watch, I bet this path disappears. It's got the feel of it. That's going to be decimated through forestry work. Well, do you know what? It's not perfect, but it's quite nice. Oh dear. Oh God. I think I'm using this as the screenshot for the day, because this sums it up really. Well, yeah, luckily it looks like there's a detour there. Oh dear, look, you can just see the path. It's supposed to come through here, innit? I mean, but look, all these trees just decided one day, I've had enough. I'm taking early retirement. I'm laying down. That's it, I'm done. Oh, now we've got to navigate all this, which it's the only drawback with an e-bike. So when you've got to do stuff like this, it is a nightmare trying to, you know, lift and carry a bike around obstacles. I mean, it's frustrating, but at the same time, this is it's quite fantastic, really. I mean, it's like a little magical enchanted forest. Do you know what? This is going to be a long day, innit? This is going to be a really long day. Oh my God. Where do you even go? I don't even know whether it's worth turning around, you know. I'm going back down into Langdale via the fire roads, because this is just bordering on ridiculous now. I can't even see a way through. Can't see a way through at all. Right, I'm heading back. Problem is I don't want to spend hours and hours trying to navigate all this. This was supposed to be a flying descent from 240 metres off top of that rig all the way down this ridge, and so far not so good. Oh dear. Right, I've done a full U-turn and I've headed back up the Langdale Rig, back to the top, back to the field where the sheep were. So I'll come back here. I'm quitting the old experiment, because it's just been a bit of a disaster really, because I haven't been able to maintain any kind of speed along the route because of all the you know, coming through the motocross centre and all the trees down and all the rest of it. So I'm just over 11 miles in, and I'm just gonna off-piste my way home, basically find my own way back home. So I'm gonna come down here into Langdale and head back towards Forge Valley, that sort of way. This looks really interesting though. This looks really quite steep and rocky. You might not be able to see how steep this is, but it is very steep and it's very rocky. It's skiddy underfoot. I'm pretty much on my back brake full here. In fact, this is this is a bit gnarly. There's no grip. All them little boulders there are like rolling on tennis balls. Whoa. I certainly won't be bombing down here. You'd be off, without a doubt. I'm struggling to maintain balance, to be fair, on that bit. Ooh. But yeah, just going back to what I was saying at the top of that hill. I think when you come on these rides, which we sometimes call search and destroy rides, this wasn't a search and destroy ride. As I thought the routes were mainly bridleways and tracks and roads. So it looked fairly straightforward, but it is a very much a search and destroy route, as in I've never rode it before, don't know what to expect. And when you get these type of rides out, this is inevitably what will happen. You'll get to a point where it doesn't quite work out, or you'll find a really amazing section. More often than not, there's a combination of the two. Right, we're in the middle of Langdale on the fire roads now, so I need to check my map, see where I am, and figure a way back home. I'm seeing lots of little tracks, you know, and I don't know whether these are animal tracks or whether these are biking tracks, but I might just have a quick gander at that. I can get up it. Oh no, I suspect it's an animal track. Oh, I don't know, you know. Was it something? Could have been back in the day. Bit of a rut that though, innit? Won't be riding down that thing. Oh yeah, that was definitely a route back in the day. I'm coming down here. Probably needs a detour or something. Past that. But yeah, come back and investigate that. Yeah, but yeah, that definitely looks like a route. A trail, should I say. An old trail, should I say. Come back and see that one. But for the time being, there's a little bridle way, which I think I've done before, but I'm going to do it again anyway. Let's go. Oh, fallen tree, what do you know? I don't think I can get over that. Not sure. Oh, yep, maybe. Oh, yep. If I remember rightly, this turns into a bit of a rut fest down here. Yep, here we go. I think this is where the quad bikes or 4x4s have been in the past. Langdales does have a history of, it used to have a 4x4 driver's centre here many moons ago. Been and tried it out myself, little Suzuki Jimny, and it's quite good fun, but I'm not sure whether that's still formally active now, but I think there's still some people that come up here and ride the old trails, let's say. But yeah, this is I remember this from last time. It was a bit challenging. Just trying to figure out which is the best way to go here. Whoa! I think if I remember rightly, it wasn't that rideable. Ooh, steady she goes, lad. Right, we're going in. Whoa. Oh, a little old. Some of the scouts have been making, probably. Right, let's see if I can get up here. Oh yeah. So we're just coming back from Forge Valley area. We're on the bridle way that runs alongside Scorby Beck, just to the left of me there. And this is, I don't know how long it is, I'll probably say a couple of miles it runs. Takes you back to the Scorby area of Scarborough, which is not far from where I live. It's been one of them days today. Not much good fortune, but it's still nice to get out on your bike, innit? Even when things don't go too well. As long as the bike and you get home in one piece, then every ride is a ride worth doing in my books. So, by the way, we hit 500 subscribers Last week it sort of bounced up and down, went back down to 499, and now it's crept back up to 502, I think was the last count. So yeah, just wanted to take the opportunity just to say thank you all. We started this YouTube sort of thing off back in COVID, when we just needed something to do really, during all that downtime when we were out and about on bikes. That was the only time you could get out, it's the only time you could do anything. And we started the KP Bike Club, as we called it back then. We started that up and started putting some footage on YouTube, and never thought for one iota we'd get beyond, you know, the inner circles of our family and friends as far as subscribers are concerned. So it's amazing to think that there's people out there who are, you know, interested in what we do, which is relatively normal guys. We're cracking on a bit, you know, we're in our 50s now, and we do, you know, we just enjoy our riding really. We're not here to do poor line jumps or death-defying stunts or anything like that. We're here to just show you, you know, what does an average bloke on a bike get up to nowadays. But yeah, thanks for subscribing everybody, really appreciate it. Right, just to catch up on the stats for what we have done, although it didn't go quite to plan. So, according to my thing, I've done, it's probably going to be close to 20 miles by the time I get home. My heart rate's been anywhere between 130 and 160, 165 peak I think. And we've done an average of 12.5 miles an hour, and we've got 1800 foot of climbing elevation done, which is pretty good really. I've been mainly in auto and EMTB, and there's been a bit of a dabble into turbo every now and again. And the biggest surprise of the day really is I'm down to 21% battery left after, you know, doing what, just under 20 miles. And if you remember back to my cinder track video, I did 48 miles that day, mainly in eco mode admittedly, but I did 48 miles that day and I came back with 30% battery. Bit puzzled by that, to be honest. You hear stories of people getting 30 to 40 miles out of turbo. So yeah, I've just recently done the latest Bosch update, so I don't know whether that's got anything to do with it, but you never know.